Well, what's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Well, we did it. We are headed back to the AFC Championship game. 23 to 14 win over the Houston Texans today. Now headed back to the AFC title game for a seventh consecutive season. Only the New England Patriots have had more consecutive AFC title game appearances, and yeah, I'm just amazing. Uh, you know, wasn't pretty at times in this one. I mean, the Texans played hard, played all they had. But, you know, our defense stepped up again, was outstanding, and yeah, Mahomes under 200 yards, but just one touchdown, no interceptions. Uh, continuing his outstanding numbers career in the postseason. So, we would have a big start as we would get the ball first, and uh, receiver kicking it off, or getting the kickoff return, Nico Remigio, uh, with a huge return, uh, a 63-yard return, and uh, actually added uh, 15 more yards due to a penalty on the Texans, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But unfortunately, two incompletions, and we were only able to get a 32-yard field goal. So that was disappointing, A huge return uh, all the way to the Texans' 13-yard line. Was really hoping we could get a touchdown right off the bat on opening series, but just a field goal. So then the Texans got out to a fast start. On 1st and 10, CJ Stroud would find tight end Dalton Schultz. Just like that, they would be in Chiefs territory. But we would hold them to a 30-yard field goal to tie it up 3-3. And then, fortunately, we could not convert on 1st and goal. 36-yard field goal by Butker to put us up 6-3. And then, first punt of the game by, ironically, ex-Chiefs punter Tommy Townsend for the Texans. Then, after the Chiefs would be forced to punt at the start of the second quarter, the Texans trying to tie it up at 6, but a 55-yard field goal would be no good, wide right actually, by Kaimi Fairburn, so that would keep it a 6-3 Chiefs lead. And then on 3rd and goal, Kareem Hunt, a 1-yard touchdown run to put us up 13-3. And before that, Travis Kelce, a huge catch and run for 49 yards. That was actually the longest catch that Kelce has ever had in the postseason. And Travis Kelce is going to go down as one of the best playoff receivers of all time. I believe the most receptions of all time and the second most receiving yards. And yeah, so that was a huge play there. The Texans trying to come back to get points on the board before halftime. A 48-yard field goal, so that'll make it 13-6. The Texans will get the ball to start the second half, and a long 15-play drive that would use up over 10 minutes as Joe Mixon, a 13-yard touchdown run to make it 13-12. Mixon, of course, who was questionable to play in this game, was able to go, and so that would make it 13-12. Texans tried to tie it up with the extra point. However, Fairbairn would miss the extra point, so the Chiefs would still have the lead. So, crazy turn of events. A long drive to start the second half, just for the kick to be no good and keep it a 1-point Chiefs lead. So, we would then respond with a long play of our own. 13 plays, take up over 7 minutes. On 3rd and goal, Mahomes would find Travis Kelce from 11 yards out to put us up 20-12. Still a lot of game left. There's still over 11 minutes left. Texans going for on 4th and 10. C.J. Stroud would be sacked for a 16-yard loss by George Karlaftis. And unfortunately, then we would go 3 and out. The Texans then would go 3 and out. And then with over 7 minutes left, trying to, get some more points to ice it, we would have a nice run by two nice runs by Kareem Hunt, put us up inside the Texans 15-yard line. Fortunately, we could not convert. Only a 27-yarder by Butker to put us up 23-12, so up by 11 points with over 4 minutes to go. And also, before that field goal, Chiefs safety Justin Reed would be injured. However, he would then come back on the next series. And the Texans need to get points quickly as possible to, get a touchdown and likely a 2-point conversion, make it a 3-point game. Then they would have to get the ball back to potentially tie it. And on 4th down, 35-yard attempt would be blocked. It would be blocked by Justin Reed, and so that would give us the ball back and would essentially ice it with under 2 minutes left. However, 4th and 15, so trying to punt it, but it didn't matter because, there was only 11 seconds left. Punter Matt Ariza would intentionally run out of bounds in the end zone for a safety, but it didn't matter because that would still make it just a 9-point game. So, yeah, our defense outstanding in this game. In pretty cold conditions. It was like 20 degrees, but it felt way colder than that with the wind chill in the single digits. So, but yeah, so 8 sacks in this game. 3 of them by George Karlaftis. And yeah, so they did outstanding. Justin Reed, 7 tackles to lead the Chiefs. And Jalen Watson, his first game since October, with 1 tackle and 1 pass defended. 3 pass defended for Trent McDuffie. So, yeah, defense outstanding, plus that blocked field goal definitely reminded us about that game against the Broncos, which kept us undefeated at the time. So, and yeah, and a rough day for the Texans kicker, Fairbairn. 2 missed kicks plus a missed extra point. So the Texans played hard, but it wasn't enough. So, and Mahomes, wasn't great at times, but still a win is a win. 117 yards for Travis Kelce, 45 yards for Xavier Worthy in his playoff debut, and Kareem Hunt in his first ever playoff game. I think, actually, no, he appeared in his playoff game in his rookie year with the Chiefs in 2017. Actually scored a touchdown in that game. So, but yeah, so now AFC Championship game a week from tomorrow night against either the Ravens or the Bills. Be playing each other tomorrow night, and it's gonna be tough no matter who we face. Faced both those teams in the regular season. We faced Baltimore in week 1, in which they nearly beat us if it was not for a player being out of bounds with no time remaining. And then, Buffalo beat us back in November. So, but yeah, so just pretty amazing. Another AFC title game. So, but yeah, so till next week against either Baltimore or Buffalo. On the NFC side, the Detroit Lions hosting the Washington Commanders and are winning 7-3, and the Eagles hosting the Rams tomorrow afternoon. So, till next Sunday, Count Express saying, go Chiefs.